My name's David Troy, and this is the David Troy Salon. So in this hair tutorial, I'm going to break down this haircut. I love it. I'm going to break down the product I use and the technique I use. I think it turned out really well, but let's just jump right into it. Let's just start. So to start with, what I've done is sectioned off that back section, taken diagonal down or diagonal back just under the occipital bone. The hair's dry. I haven't wet the hair because I'm going to be using the clippers in this back section. You can see I've dropped it just below the ear. So let's get in a little bit closer. So taking that section very clean, and on the clippers I've got a number 3 guard I'm starting with, and I'm just going to take that back all the way off, working the way up with the comb, pushing the hair down, just making sure it's clean. I like to use a number 3 guard on the women because I don't want to be able to see their scalp through the hair, and I feel like a number 3 is short enough to where it actually works and blends in really well. But just taking that section all the way off. So now with the clippers, I've just got my comb and I'm just going to blend that in, clipper over comb, just real simple, starting to create a little bit of graduation or a little bit of a line. I grab the number 2 guard just to take it off down the bottom a little bit, scooping that out just to make sure it all blends in and it's clean all the way across, and just neatening up that hairline. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop my first section down, and I'm actually going to wet it as I go. I want to keep my sections really clean, so I take it straight across just on the occipital bone, dropping that section down. Now with my first section, I'm creating a guideline, so I'm taking a diagonal back section and connecting it to where the clippers stopped. So this is an important section because it's going to determine the rest of the haircut, or the start of this, where my guideline's going to be. So what I'm going to do is work my way across the back of the head, or back of that section, and just drag everything back into that guideline to start creating a bit of graduation there. I'm going to work my way through both sides, but what's really important, as I'm cutting, I'm actually taking the cut on the back stroke of the section. You can see I'm cutting as I'm pulling the scissor closed. It's cutting as I'm dragging the scissor backwards, not forwards, because I don't want to push that hair away, which would not work. So I'm dragging it back. So as I work my way around the triangle, if that doesn't make sense for you, as I'm using my scissor on the back stroke of closing the blade, let me do it in slow motion for you. So as I'm closing the scissor, you can see that I'm cutting as I'm dragging it back. The reason why I'm doing this is because I don't want to push the hair away from me as I'm cutting. I want it to be a clean section, so that's why I'm doing the back stroke as a cut, not cutting forward. Okay, if you missed it, I'm going to do it one more time in slow motion so you can see the technique, and hopefully you'll benefit from it. Okay, so let's just go ahead and cut the rest of the back and work our way up on both sides of the section. I'm going to go ahead and just finish cutting the back completely, and then we're going to go onto the sides. Okay, so let's move on to the sides. I'm going to go ahead and take vertical sections. I'm going to keep them slightly diagonal forward. I'm going to drag everything back just to the previous guideline, and I'm going to slightly over direct it so we get a little bit of movement there, not creating too much of a weight line, because I'm going to shatter that coming up and we're going to remove it. But again, just working my way forward, dragging it all the way back.
So after going through and texturizing it, before I dry it, I'm going to go ahead and use the Salon Guys 25. It's leave-in spray. It adds volume, tames the frizz. It's like a detangler, adds moisture to the hair. It's an amazing product. I love it. So I'm just going to blast it with the hairdryer. So now that it's completely dry, I'm going to go ahead and use the Salon Guys Red Carpet. It's a shine spray. It adds so much shine to the hair. I mean, it's awesome. Look at that. Okay, last of all, to give it that little bit of separation and that dirty, I'm going to use Dust. It's a dry shampoo. I freaking love this product. I can't keep it on my shelves, but it gives it that grittiness and that day-old hair. It's an amazing, amazing product.
So if you're new to my channel and you've never seen my videos before, I would love you to check out some of my other videos or my hair tutorials. If you like my content, hit that subscribe button. I'd love you to hit that bell notification so you know when I upload next. It would be much appreciated.